And welcome back to the channel, folks. Today we take a closer look at the old world Dewitt-Seitz building in Duluth, Minnesota, supposedly built in 1909. And reading directly from the plaque on the southeast corner of the building near Lake Avenue, the Dewitt-Seitz building, constructed in 1909, is a significant remnant of the jobbing and manufacturing district that was developed in Duluth's waterfront area during the first 2 decades of the 20th century. Railroad expansion, logging, grain shipping, and the mining of iron ore combined in those years to make Duluth a new force in the world of commerce. An important segment of this business boom was the creation of hundreds of small manufacturers and jobbers to satisfy the needs of the new frontier markets of the northwestern United States and western Canada. Jobbing, buying goods directly from manufacturers in the east and selling them to new retailers in the west, became a large part of Duluth's business activity. Designed by Duluth architect John J. Wagenstein, the $75,000 building was owned by the Zenith Investment Corporation, a group of local investors promoting new businesses in Duluth. The Dewitt-Seitz Company, a furniture jobber and mattress manufacturer, was the original tenant. Founded in 1905 by Henry F. Seitz, a traveling salesman, and C.E. Dewitt, a banker and druggist. The company, by the early 1920s, had created its own trademark, Sanomade. In 1923, it employed some 60 people making mattress box springs and double bunk beds for customers ranging from mining and logging camps to steamboats. In 1938, the company patented the Taperies mattress, one of the first internal spring mattresses. The building at 365 Canal Park Drive was a part of the Sanomade mattress facility until 1962. It had originally been planned to be the same height as the Dewitt-Seitz building. Quote, "It will be the same kind of construction as the main building. The foundation and walls will be constructed that they can carry a building 9 stories high. The additional stories will be added in a year or 2, it is expected." End quote. And this quote coming from the Duluth News Tribune, September 13th of 1909. So this J.J. Wagenstein was born in Valdres, Norway, and emigrated to the United States in 1883. He supposedly designed and built well over 25 buildings, from hotels to courthouses to mansions, all in a Romanesque style. He is even credited as assisting famous architect Daniel Burnham on the St. Louis County Courthouse in Duluth, Minnesota, also in just 1 year. In fact, the same exact year he was building Dewitt-Seitz buildings and a large ornate brick and stone mansion in East Duluth. And we are told this all occurred in 1 year, the same year, 1908 to 1909. And on a side note, how many people named Wagenstein do you think lived in Norway in 1858? I can't imagine there were many. And once again, I will be directly quoting Duluth's Grand Old Architecture by Tony Dearkins and the late Mary Ann C. Norton. In 1908, the company began construction on 2 buildings in what is today the Canal Park Business District, an 8-story warehouse and showroom at 394 South Lake Avenue, and a 3-story mattress factory at 393 St. Croix Avenue, now called Canal Park Drive. John J. Wagenstein designed both buildings in the Chicago commercial style. Each is faced in red brick and modestly trimmed with brownstone. Ornamental brickwork and keystones above the windows of the Lake Avenue building provide some neoclassical touches, as do its Roman arch windows along the 5th floor. So to recap, this place was designed as two matching, beautiful 8-story buildings, designed with the intent to be a furniture warehouse / factory and a separate 8-story showroom. And this only took 1 year to complete between the years 1908 and 1909. Also, one building is built to perfection, while the other is just haphazardly built 6 stories shorter than planned. According to this same narrative, business was booming until World War II. What sudden financial issues did this company have in 1908 to 1909? And not to even be worthy of mention in the historical narrative? This all seems a little bit odd to me. And what do you folks think? Please leave your comments down below. To me, this story is hard to believe. Besides the 1 year build time, the design for a factory / warehouse, I just don't understand. Make it make sense. Well, thanks again, folks. Please like, share, and subscribe.